Well, I love being in the green room, Neko. It's like my favorite place to be because I get to have these private, intimate conversations. If you don't mind, I know the whole world is reading your bio now. I get that. I know they're looking at your webpage probably now. I get that. But do you mind taking a moment and just telling folks a little bit about who is Neko and what are you up to these days?
Well, I am Neko Cheri, and what I've really been doing is trying to prepare people for this unforeseen pandemic that we're in. For the past few years, I've been telling people that we were going to have a recession. I had no idea that we were going to be on the brink of something so catastrophic. So, my audience, they've been hearing me. They've been practicing certain things that I put in place for them. And so some of them are in a good position, but we still got a lot of work to do.
First of all, I appreciate you out there working with folks and practicing with them and letting them know the things they need to do. That is so important. And on this particular episode, I know we're going to get into a conversation about finances, about planning, and about working ways through difficult economic times. But this, I do know, one of the questions has to be right now for where you are in your life. What is your mission? What is your purpose that you're kind of walking on right now?
Honestly, for me, just to really sum it up, I really just want to be myself and change lives in the process. Um, who I am naturally is a nurturing person. I'm naturally a giving person. I'm naturally a person who cares and concerned about others. So, I just want to continue that, and it's been profitable, right? It's been profitable for me and it's been life changing for others. So it's like, I'm winning on all angles.
Winning on all angles. First thing I love that you said it's been profitable. It's been profitable and it's been winning. It's been amazing. Look, I can't wait. I would love to stay in the green room, love to have this conversation, but we got a show to get going, by the way, so I'm super excited. So for everyone out there joining, we're going to get started in a few minutes here. Let me go ahead and make sure we get kicked off. I want to say hello to Kevin. I want to say hello to Michael. I want to say hello to Carol. I want to say hello to Kevin. All of you, Amanda, you're in the right place at the right time. If you're ready to understand how to learn, invest, and build and earn, then we're the right person. Neko, are you ready to get going?
Yep.
Well, it's showtime. We're going in 5. This is the only thing I get to do. 4. Look at that smile. 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there. And they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we're on a mission. And that mission is to empower. That mission is to inspire. And that mission is to provide you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources. That means it takes money to execute 3 visions I believe you have. First, I believe you have a vision for yourself. The food you want to wear, the clothes, the clothes you want to wear, the food you want to eat, and the home you want to live in. Neko gonna be talking about that. And that takes money, by the way. That's resources. And then some of you have a vision, #2, for the people you love the most. I love Mother there. I get a chance to go over there. I'm dropping groceries at the door right now. She won't let me in, Nico, by the way. But it feels good to be able to write the check. It feels good to say, Mother, what do you want to order online? And some of you want to send your kids to a school of your choice. Some of you want to write a check for a loved one's health care insurance. You know what that takes? You want to pay someone's mortgage right now? Okay, it takes resources. That means it takes money. And then some of you, third, you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. So imagine, I happen to be a believer. You don't have to be a believer, but imagine you're Noah. It's in the Bible. And Noah has this vision given to him by God. Just like you got a vision right now. You're so excited out. And he shows up and they say, hey, Noah. He says, what? There's no hammers. No hammers? Oh my gosh, no resources. Noah, there's no nails. No nails? What am I to do? Noah, sorry to report, there's no wood and there's no people. Now he has no team. He has no resources. And some of you, that's where you are right now. And one of the things I like about this conversation is that Nico's going to talk about how to bring the money together so you have the resources to do the things you want to do in your life. Isn't that why you're here? So let's go ahead and welcome the one and only Neko Cheri. What's up?
Hey.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
All right. Well, give me a little love. Give me a little love. I appreciate that. Look, let me jump into the heart of it if I can. You've been working with folks building their financial foundation for a while. We'll get into how you built your Facebook following. We'll get into how you went out there and built social media. But first, tell us why building a financial foundation is so important to you.
Well, because it allows you to live the life you want, right? Some people think that I talk about money a lot because I want to be just this rich lady. But, the truth of the matter is that I want to live a comfortable life. I want to be able to, retire my parents and do the things that I want to do when I want to do them without, any type of hesitation. And that's really thriving in life. Like we're all stuck inside right now. We're not thriving in life because we aren't able to do the things that we want to do. So financially, when we get to go outside again, having the finances and resources to do that, is going to be critical.
I love that. And that is one mindset. We're stuck here. And another view is we're stuck, but we're also safe. That's right. Another view of the world. And it's so true. Let's just address the elephant in the room. These are challenging times. And I don't make jest of this. Tiffany that's out there watching. Pony Jones is watching right now. Otis Carswell said, Neko is my girl. He's out there. You got your fans. He's cheering. Michael Sharp is out there. Cheryl Diane, we see you out there. Thanks for joining. You even got Justin Burns in the house. You bring out the maestro. I don't know how you do that. You bring out the all-stars in the house. But take a moment and share, what are you saying to your clients right now in these very challenging, tough times that we are in the world right now? I'm just curious. What's your message right now to a number of them?
Well, there's going to be two types of people, right? There's going to be people who fold and then the people who fight. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all. You got to have a hustler's mentality. I try to teach people, Neko could be slightly hood, but, you got to have a hustler's mentality. Like you're going to have to get it how you get it during these times where we've moved, when in history has almost the entire world been inside. You have to understand that we're in a time that we've never even read about in history before. Historically, this has never happened. So because we're in such a historic time, we have to operate at a completely different level. So whatever you were doing, it's going to have to elevate. You're going to have to do much more than what you were doing. Because again, some people are going to fight, some people are going to fold. And so as the people fold who were kind of in it and not really committed to the process of whatever have you, they're going to be out of the running. So the people who are ready to fight, they're going to really step up and they're going to build. And there's going to be tons of millionaires and billionaires that are created during this time because those are going to be the fighters. Those are going to be the Nekos, right? Those are going to be the ones who are going to really stand out and shine during this time because so many people are going to be afraid. They're going to fold, like I said, under pressure, financial pressure, emotional pressure. It's a lot going on. So it's a lot to handle. So I understand a person who folds, but get back up.
I love your energy. I love your fire. For those folks that are watching out there, like Sheila Gates says she loves you, by the way. James is out there. Dillsworth said he loves you, by the way. Carolyn Jack says she's in the house. She loves you, by the way. William Byers, it's always good to see you, my man. And all of you are joining for the first time. And some of you here many, many nights. You have this term, and I love it. And for those folks that are going to be following her on Facebook, I encourage you that on Instagram. She really is a truly rock star. But she has coined her own phrase, and it's Neko-omics. Is that right?
Nekonomics.
Neko-omics. Now, before she mentions that, because I want to ask her what in the LL Cool J is her definition of Neko-omics, right? So we're going to find out what that is right now. But before we do that, all of you that are watching, one of the things I'm sure Neko is okay with is we want to pay this message forward. She showed up. She didn't ask for a Cash App. She didn't ask for a wire transfer. She said, Shay, I'm here to serve when I'm needed the most. So do me a favor. Here's how you can help us out. Hit the share button right now. There's a share button right now. And when you hit that share button, when you put that share button, put "It's your time." Hashtag Neko-omics. Now, we're going to find out what that is, Neko-omics. We're going to find out what it is, but you just put "It's your time." Because she said this a moment ago. It's your time. No matter what's going on in your life, it's your time. Like, you can make this thing happen. There's going to be some fighters. There's going to be some people that don't fight. We're fighters, baby. We're in this. So you hit the share button. Why would you hit the share button? Because we believe in the giver's economy. The person that outgives the competition outserves the competition. So we're here to serve tonight. And I'm going to answer the question. Don't worry. She's going to answer that question right now. What is Neko-omics for those of us who are hearing it for the first time? Give us the backstory.
Okay, so my audience is frustrated with you because they want me to correct you. It's Nekonomics.
Neko-omics. See, I went to DC public schools, okay? I'm from Washington, DC, baby. I went to public schools. So I'm going to get it right. Neko-omics. Is that right? Neko-omics. Help me out, man.
Yeah.
Help me out. It's okay. I'm learning. So I love this. Neko-omics.
I have a private group where we discuss issues and have a conversation, finances and so on and so forth outside of the regular Facebook page, because that's actually my personal page. It's not a business page, but that's where I grew my audience. So that's where we kind of that's our home base. However, my Neko-omics group evolved because I wanted to give people opportunities to learn about different wealth building strategies. And so I created the group, and, there was, a couple hundred people, and now we're almost to, 20,000, over the past few years. And I haven't been as active, but lately I've been jumping back in there. I have some people that are coming to bring some real content, because that's what people want to hear. They want to hear about the strategies, especially now, to get back on top,
Well, you can't just drop that on us. That we're gonna get into real talk, real money, real solutions, but you can't just drop it on us. I got 20,000 plus followers over here, and just think the audience is like, oh, well, that's nothing. And so I'm gonna get back to the money, because now you told me how to say Neko-omics. Is that right?
Yes.
Neko-omics. Neko-omics. That's like 4 syllables. I told you I went to public schools, but I can do 4 syllables. 5 would have been too much for me, by the way, please. But I'm getting better. Don't send me any letters. She knows I'm trying really hard. I really am. But I'm curious. You said 20,000 plus followers in this little private group that exists over there nobody knows about. Do you mind if I'm going to ask the question. You can answer it or not. How did you build a group on Facebook that large? Can you give us the backstory? Give us a little insight into this?
So that's what I was saying earlier about just being myself, right? So, I cuss, I might be slightly hood, but, I deliver solid content, and I'm real. My intentions are real. People like me. They're drawn to me because they know that they can trust me. So I've created, an atmosphere where we're like family. Like, people don't always agree with me. We have these debates. We go into these different things. But we're growing, and we're growing together. Some people have been with me for many, many years. Some people have been with me for close to a decade,
Wow.
And we've grown this platform. I didn't grow it myself. My audience grew that platform because they found value in me and the things that I was saying and I was sharing. and then they shared it with the people who they knew. So that's how we grew to almost 20,000. We're at like almost 18 now. I accepted like 1,000 people the other day, but for some reason it's not registering. But
I like that. I just accepted 1,000 people the other day, Shay. It's no big deal, Shay. I just went and doubled the audience overnight, Shay Brown. I'm just an influencer in here. Holla at your girl. I'm with you. I'm feeling you.
Right.
I'm making up for my, Neko-nomics. I had to make up for that, by the way. Seriously. I tell you what, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm curious for those folks that are watching and meeting you for the very first time. Some folks have read about your bio, but do you mind taking a minute or two and give us a little bit of the backstory, a little bit about your background, because you're not someone that showed up and just simply said, let's go, let's go, let's go. There's a story. And so you mind give us a little bit about your background, please?
Well, how I ended up, teaching about financial literacy is my background is in real estate. I was a licensed real estate agent for over a decade in California. I'm from the Bay Area. I live in Atlanta now, literally in Buckhead. Mm-hmm. But before that, I was a licensed real estate agent. And when the market crashed, I lost everything, everything. And I went from making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to being on welfare, to the point where when I went to go sign up for welfare, they hesitated to even give me money because I didn't look like a welfare recipient. And they sent investigators out to my house. I was like literally harassed for like 90 days because they just would not even want to give me the help that I needed. But I was in desperate need of finances. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any, anything. I literally lost it all. And so the lessons that I learned on my comeback and striving to be where I am now, I share those things with my audience. Like I created a program called Dealership Secrets. So where did that come from? Dealership Secrets is how to buy a car with no money down and all the secrets that the dealerships have that you wouldn't necessarily know. That came from my downtime, right? Mm-hmm. Because I had to go and get a job. And my job at the car dealership allowed me to learn insider tricks in order to create this program now for my audience. So, it's funny when people don't know me and they say things like, well, she could lose it all. And I'm like, that's not the worst thing that could ever happen to me, honey. The worst thing that could ever happen to me is losing hope. Ooh. I've lost it all. That's nothing. Mm-hmm. But losing hope, now that might get me in trouble. But losing it all is never going to be a thing because, again, some people are going to fight, some people are going to fold. Neko ain't never folding.
I like that. I like that. She said some people are going to fight and some people are going to, what did you say?
Fold.
Some people are going to fight, some people are going to fold. For those out there right now, for all the fighters out there, for all the folks that know that you're not only on the comeback trail, but you're not going to give up. Just like Neko didn't give up and she told us her story. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. Look right below the video if you're out there. Just write those words. I am a fighter. Hashtag Neko Cheri. To put I am a fighter. Hashtag. And go and tag her in it. Neko Cheri. And when you see someone else put I am a fighter right down below, that's the bat signal that they're in this to win this. That's the bat signal that they're never giving up. Hit the heart button. Hit the like button. Now, tell them a comment. You got this. Let me ask a question, Neko. Why is it so important for folks to support others in this journey? I mean, why should someone even say, I got your back? I believe you can make this happen. Why is it so important first to believe? And then we'll get into some other things they need to do. But why is it so important for that to happen first?
Well, we're in a different space right now, and we're not going to make it out of this situation without collaboration, right? Because right now, no one is at this alone. No one. Everybody's going to have to collaborate, whether that be with business. We may even have to move back to the bartering system. You get what I'm saying? Like money may become insignificant. Some people don't even want to take cash because they're afraid to touch your hand. So, it's going to require that we work together from every single angle. People, it's just going to be a complete shift in mindset at this time. And working together is going to be quintessential to us even being able to get through this.
I love what you're saying there. I'm looking right below, and Eugene Lexington says he has the program. By the way, I don't know what program it is. He says he got the program. It's the real deal. By the way, Eric Heilig, my man out there in Orlando, Florida, says I am a fighter. Sylvanta says I am a fighter. Justina says I am a fighter. By the way, Lalita says I am a fighter. Eugene says I am a fighter. There's folks out there that says, you know what? This is not a time to slow down. It's a time to what? Speed up, put the pedal to the metal. For the person out there that you says, look, I'm a fighter, and they're thinking, what should I be doing now during these economic times? I didn't lose everything, but sure, I've been hit hard. And they're thinking about getting into real estate right now. So let's talk about two types of folks. Let's talk about the person thinking about trying to get into the market. And I know it's a broad question, by the way, but let's talk about the person that's thinking about getting in the market, got some money saved, maybe getting ready to purchase a home, or are thinking about getting into this market. What would be some of your suggestions or some of your advice to those individuals that are out there?
I don't think that this is the time to get into the market.
Okay.
It's too much turmoil. You know, not for an entry level person. It's too much turmoil. We don't know what the banks are going to do. We don't know what other concessions are going to happen. You know, some people are like, I've been contacted by multiple people who want to sell, but their price points aren't low, right? They're just trying to get off their properties. So there's really no value there for a person who wants to come in. They're not going to have an investment because we don't know if, 90 days from now that, home prices could plummet and they could lose, 10, 15, 20% of their equity in their property. So right now you need to just hold and be patient and just pay attention to what's going on around you. If you want to invest in something, you better be looking into other things that, are happening right now. Like, transportation, the airlines are going to be back up and running any day now, so I'm not a stock person, but I would be looking at those things, right? So people can't wait to get out. So when they do get out, they're going to be looking at eating at restaurants. They're going to be looking at going to different resorts. So I would be looking into, investing into, resort companies and hotels and resorts and airlines and, mass transportation. Like I would be interested in those things because everyone's sitting down, but they're going to come back. So real estate may be the thing that you maybe need to hold off on right now. But, if you have opportunities to maybe invest in Airbnb, that may come back big because, there's two sides to that. There's some people who think that Airbnb is going to collapse. Mm-hmm. And then there's the other side, which I'm more in favor of. I don't know, but Airbnb to me may pick up because if people have, eviction notices on their credit report now, and it's going to be difficult for them to move into another house, another apartment, then the Airbnb would be an option because Airbnb doesn't require that you have a credit check. So that may be an option for people who are coming out of this situation, Mm-hmm. So, we don't know, things could go a lot of different ways. Again, I would just hold tight, pay attention to what's going on around me and, get with people who are professionals in their field and listen to what they have to say.
I'm going to all encourage you. I'm going to ask her a little about how you can connect with her. We're having real talk, and that's what she talks about, real talk, real solutions that's going on right now. You decided to create at one point this university, Excel University, so you can go out there and you can teach what you know to other folks. You could have kept it to yourself. Some people say, I got mine. Good luck getting yours. But you decided to go back out there and to educate, to teach, to empower other folks. What was the thought process behind that? Why did you decide to create it?
A couple of different reasons. For one, I was paying attention to industry trends. Okay, let's just be real. That's how Neko, I think about things a little bit differently than some people sometimes. So I'm looking at where the trend is going with, online, digital products, right? So, before Corona, everyone was at school. Now the entire world is inside and on the internet. So, they were saying that, internet and digital platforms were going to be $100 billion industry. We might see that sooner than we think. And it's wide open because a lot of people in corporate America, a good 80% of them aren't even aware of digital products.
Right.
Like I went on a walk because I do like 5 miles a day. I'm working on that. That's another benefit of being
5 miles a day. I like that. She gonna just drop that down there 5 miles a day.
Yeah, I'm trying. Trying to slam down. But so I'm walking, I meet this, executive, And he is, for the first time having to work at home. He doesn't understand digital products. He doesn't understand digital marketing. So these opportunities are being created in the digital space, whereas if you have a skill set, you can sell it. If you have, a digital talent, like you know how to design, you know how to create, then you can, the platform can be opened up completely for you. I would say like someone who's a tutor. Like I'm not good at teaching math or English or anything like that, but everybody's kids are online.
Yes,
And
true.
some of these parents don't know what 10 times 10 is. So if you have the ability to teach, you can literally create a tutoring program, charge the parents $50 a week. You have 100 students in there. Now, look how much money you're making a week. Like, that's why. That's how Excel University is stimulated. It's stimulated with the thought process of I can create something that's going to help another individual, and then I have a platform to put that information that they can go and get it.
Yeah, I admire you. I love what you're doing. I'm curious real quickly, and not to compare, but I'm wondering if you take what you're teaching on the finance side and someone was trying to say, is this like, I don't know, I'll just say Dave Ramsey. I just picked any name out there. And I know you like laughing, Shay, but I'm curious, how is what you're doing? Is that the same? Is that different? If folks is trying to get some barometer in their head, what would your comments be back to that person is just wondering that right now?
I would say, look into everybody who appeals to you, right? So some people are Dave Ramsey fanatics. I tend to cater to the Black community, right? Dave Ramsey does not. He doesn't even understand the mindset of like someone like me. He doesn't understand what it's like, their idea of what poor is and not having is typically way different than the struggles that we're going to have in our community, right? So, when people that look like me talk about Dave Ramsey's and, the Susie Ormans, I think that there's a real disconnect between them and us. And I think that there need to be more people like me who actually do understand the plight of our community and has actually been there. Like, how do you teach me to get from where I'm at if you've never been where I'm at?
True. True. Well said. Well said. For those folks out there that are listening right now, I'm going to ask her, we're going to come back in less than 2 minutes, and I'm going to ask her if she can share just 3 takeaways for you. I mean, that's a lot to ask her, by the way, because she's got so much. She could be here for a whole week, 2 weeks. She could be here for a couple of months. But when we come back, I'm going to ask her, say, look, what are 3 takeaways that you just want to share with the audience? And you don't want to miss Neko's 3 takeaways. So here's what I want you to do. Hit the share button. Hit the watch party button right now. And just put Neko is rocking now. That's all you got to write. Just put Neko is rocking now. Why? Because she's talking about how to navigate through tough times. And isn't that what we want at the end of the day? So true. We'll be back. We're going to go over to Dr. Kenneth Thigpen. Dr. Kenneth Thigpen is down in Raleigh, North Carolina. She says, make room to what? Grow. We'll be back in less than 2 minutes. Can't wait. 3 takeaways. Don't worry. I'm not going to forget to ask her. We'll be back. Take it away, Dr. Kenneth.
Hello, it's your girl, Dr. Kenneth Thigpen, also known as Dr. K, founder of Rise Women's Network. And Rise Women's Network is pleased to present to you #Next Sister Up. I'm with you in the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, and today is my January 1st. Here's your thought of the week. Make room to grow. You see, I have these beautiful plants behind me, and I have several others throughout the house. And there was this one plant that no matter what I did, it did not seem to grow. I put water in it, I put plant food in it, I put it by the window, away from the window, upstairs, downstairs, and nothing seemed to work. So I called my mom and said, Mom, what should I do? And she said, Kenneth, that plant has been in the same pot for at least 2 years. You need to repot it to give it more room to grow. Which made me think about us as individuals and in life and business. There are times where we have ourselves in this pot, in this little small bubble, playing small. In reality, we need to make room to grow. And so the first thing I want to share with you is that this might require us to change. And change is not bad. So it might require us to change some people, places, or even situations in our life. The second thing that comes to mind in order to make more room to grow is that it's time for us to have a greater impact. So let's make more room for greater impact. And we can do this by diversifying our offerings, leveraging platforms, partnering with other people to form strategic partnerships, or maybe just having new opportunities in general. And lastly, it's super important as we make room to grow is that we continue to grow personally. And so you might want to do this by either reading books, joining master classes, going to trainings, attending an online course, and just gaining more knowledge and experience. So I challenge you this week, make more room to grow. It's your girl, Dr. K. Make it a great day.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission is to empower, our mission is to inspire, and our mission is to provide you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources. It takes resources to get things done, to really execute that vision you have that's been given to you for others that you've been called to serve. And that feels good. When you have more money, trust me, you'll have more meaning. And that's one of the things I love about Neko. She's not only helping you with results in your life, but results in your business. Welcome back. By the way, Neko, the comments I saw out there said, don't even worry about Dave Ramsey. She's way, way better. She's rocking. Shout out to him, boy. The fighters are in the house. I tell you, you bring out the all-stars. It's funny. But I'm loving it. Thank every one of you out there, by the way. We appreciate all your comments. Thank you for those that shared it. Thank you for those that made a comment below. We really appreciate it. All right, Neko, I haven't forgot, by the way. Before we left, I promised that I was going to ask you, and you don't have to because I know it's not something we talked about, but do you mind giving the audience like 3 takeaways and say, you know what, Shay, here are 3 things that the audience can take away right now just from this conversation?
Well, just in general, and I've told my audience this so they know, planning, not panicking right now. Planning is critical in these times. Focusing on your credit and group economics. Those are the 3 things that are going to guide people through this hard time. Planning, credit, and group economics.
Yeah, talk a little bit about group economics.
So, like I said, collaborations, working together, using the bartering system, even going as far as, like my family, living together, bringing households together, bringing incomes together so that you can navigate through these times, like these separate households, this individualism that we created, before Corona, has now brought families closer together, and you're going to have to continue that. And you're going to have to actually like build on that. Like, living in a household, building businesses around your family structure, like an actual business. Maybe the mom is the president of the company, the son or uncle is the vice president, COO. We have your marketing director. Like, I mean, literally build a corporation or multiple corporations within your family so that you can get business financing, have other types of incomes and things like that. You're going to have to do these things to make it through these times. It's going to require that everybody pull all their resources together.
I love it. I'm going to ask you in a few minutes how folks can connect with you, maybe even outside of social media, but how can folks best connect with you? We'll get to that in just a moment. But I'm curious, what has your message been to those folks who are entrepreneurs, like you said, and they got to navigate through tough times? And I was having a conversation earlier this week that I think I shared earlier with a woman. And she said, hey, Shay, I'm now working from home. She has a full-time job. She's working from home. So she's a full-time work from home person. And she's also a full-time entrepreneur. She's a full-time wife. She's a full-time mother. She's now a full-time school teacher. She's now a full-time school administrator because she got to make sure her kids get their stuff turned into the school. And now she's a full-time person working in the cafeteria because she's cooking 3 meals a day. What are you saying to folks like that have to navigate through these tough times, and how can they keep their mindset in the right place? And it could have been a full-time dad. I get that. It could be a full-time single mom. But that was the person I was talking to.
Right. Well, first off, you ain't never a full-time any of those things, right? You're going to have to, break things up, right? So you can't be 100% all the time. Like, I'm not 100% mom. It just varies. Whatever that day calls for. Sometimes that day is going to cause for me to be mommy mode, and I'm full-time mom, or 80% of my time is going towards mommy, and then 20% is going towards my business. Like, you're going to have to find those right balances with, these shifts. Like, if you try to give 100% to everything that you're committed to, you're going to, that's a guaranteed fail. So what you have to understand is that you're going to have to gauge day to day, sometimes hour to hour, where to put your 100% or where to put your 80%. So in order for you to really be able to do things effectively, you have to understand that you cannot be all things to all people all the time. That's gonna range.
I love how you have real talk. I love how you get real solutions. It's just so freaking cool, by the way. I love it. The person you see here on camera is the same person you'll see on any given day. I promise you that, by the way. She's just real laid back and real authentic. And I think that's really, really important. How can people connect with you outside of social media? How would you recommend that folks kind of connect with you?
They can contact my office. My office number is 888-204-0011. Leave a voicemail message and we typically get back to them.
Okay.
Or
Say
send an
say
email.
the number again just a little slower.
Okay.
And for those folks that are out there, maybe someone will just type that in the feed below. Say, hey, if you want to contact Neko, call this number. She just gave out her number. I didn't know she's going to do that, but she just gave out her number and said, call the office. So you want to stay in contact with her outside of social media, there's a way to do that. So give them the number once again. If you're listening to the podcast, you'll say it a little slower so you can write it down. For those folks that are right now on Apple TV or Amazon Fire right now that are watching, or Roku, you can do the exact same time. It doesn't matter when you hear this message. All right, give them the best way to contact you.
They can call my office, 888-204-0011. I'll put it in the comments for people online.
Yeah, well, she's there. She's like in the present mode. When we come back, I'm going to ask her the question about today is my January 1st and what that means. And then more importantly, don't worry, I'm going to ask her, don't worry, it's a secret question, but how can you suggest someone else to the Excel University? She's probably going to say call her office, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you're looking to make sure you navigate these economic times, not only can you contact our office, but when you do, ask about Excel University. We'll be back in less than 2 minutes. We're going to go now down to Little Rock, Arkansas with Dr. Kim Warren Martin. And you know what she says? Don't complain. Be grateful. We'll be back to hear what she has to say about today is my January 1st. I can't wait. Be right back in less than 2 minutes.
Hey there, all you rockin' happy entrepreneurs. Today is your January 1st. This is Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled, bringing you my thought of the week here on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. This week's thought is, don't complain, be grateful. Whenever there's an opportunity to complain, there's an equal opportunity for gratitude. Earlier this week, my husband came up to me and he was rubbing his hands together to let me know how dry they were. Literally, it sounded like sandpaper. Well, I started doing the same thing, and guess what? I got the same sound effect. Just because we're having to wash our hands so much these days and use hand sanitizer so often. So as we talked and lamented over how dry our hands were, it dawned on me that there is a blessing in these dry hands. So one of the things I thought was, thank you for my hands. Thank you for soap. Thank you for running water. Thank you for mobility to turn the water on and off. Thank you for eyesight to even see the change in them. And thank you for feeling in my hands to know that they're dry. And finally, yes, thank you for lotion. Whenever you sense yourself being negative or complaining, even slightly, whatever the situation, find something to be grateful for. Let's say, for example, you didn't get the deal, you didn't close the sale, it fell through. Well, find at least 7 things you can say thank you for in the situation, such as thank you for my business. Thank you for the opportunity to solve someone's problem. Thank you for a product or service that's needed. Thank you for my phone to even make the call. Thank you for the ability to talk. Thank you for the ability to hear, even if it was no. And thank you for the lessons I learned from this experience. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, be thankful in all circumstances. So in all circumstances, find something to be grateful for. This is Dr. Kim Warren Martin, founder of Successful and Fulfilled, with the thought, don't complain, be grateful. Until next time, make it a wonderful day. Back over to you, Shay.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the number one business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission is to empower, our mission is to inspire, and our mission is to provide you the entrepreneur, you the single mom, you the single dad, you the married person, you the person out there every single day that you want to make a bigger difference in the world. We want to make sure you have all the resources necessary to execute that vision. We're now going to a segment called Today is My January 1st. And for those that understand what today is my January 1st, you can go and type down and make a decoration. Today is my January 1st. For those folks that are hearing it for the very first time, today is my January 1st is our personal mantra. It's our belief. It's our core value. And that is that on any given day, throughout any of the moments, and every moment that you get a chance to make a decision, and that decision can forever change the trajectory of your life. It's a restart. It's a redo over. It's in my past unequal my future. You make a decision, let's say, to work out at home because you can't go to the gym right now, right? Or you sit on the couch. That's a January 1st moment. You decide that you're going to eat hamburgers and French fries, or you go to the refrigerator, you open up, and there's some broccoli, there's some kale, there's some Brussels sprouts. That's a January 1st moment. So my question to you right now, Neko, is when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what do you hear? What does it mean to you?
For me, it means what I should have done at the beginning of the year is every single day be 100% committed to growth, right? So every single day, I don't care. Like I was reading a book, and it's called Atomic Habits. That's what it is.
Oh,
Atomic
yeah, I love that
Habits.
book. Mm-hmm.
And incrementally, if you do one small thing, just one small thing every single day, by the time you get to the end of the year, you would have completely changed your entire life. So for me, from this point on, for the rest of the year, I want to get back to that and commit to making a small change in my life on a daily basis. Just something small.
Said so well. What was the January 1st moment for you where you planted your flag? You drew a line in the sand and you said, you know what? I am an entrepreneur. I'm going to make this work no matter what. What was your January 1st moment? And I know you had so many along the way. I know you had so many along the way.
Yeah, because there's never been one, right? Because, we constantly want to give up and, go back and, we have our breaking moments, so I've had a bunch of those. But the very first time that I got into entrepreneurship was, years ago. I was working in San Francisco for a litigation consulting firm, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And that began my career to be where I am now, because I made a decision one night that I wasn't going back to corporate America. And the very next day I wrote my resignation letter, and I've, been on this road ever since.
Wow. Congratulations to you being on that road ever since. There are a number of folks out there that are saying, yeah, you know what? I'm ready. This is my time. This is my year. And they're saying today is my January 1st. They're thinking that in their head, just like back on December 31st, after a couple of drinks on the back of a napkin, they said, here are my New Year's resolutions. This is my year. And I don't know if you know this, Neko, but January 17th is National Ditch Your Resolution Day. Seriously. I mean, you can go Google that. National Ditch Your Resolution Day is January the 17th. So my question to you is, what do you tell your clients on what they can do in order to be consistent, in order to hashtag stay the course? Because it's easy to say you're going to do something. It's another thing to actually do it.
I really don't. That's not really my focus. Mm-hmm. But what I can say that I do is I show up, right? So I'm constantly showing up for my audience. I take time when I do my lives. That's time out of my personal life, my day, away from my business. It's me being committed to them. So I think that me constantly showing up, constantly doing what I say that I'm going to do. Like today, I did a free credit boot camp where I taught credit repair to clients who have been with me. Anyone who purchased, from me last year got an opportunity to learn how to fix their credit for free. Like, a class that would normally cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
you know, and I did it for free. So I think that constantly showing up, being committed to them, giving more than what I got, always doing what I say I'm going to do. I think that me constantly showing up, you know, encourages them to do the same. That's what I believe.
I love it. You are rocking out, man. We certainly appreciate it. Last question on this. Why do you still do this? Why do you still give so much? You don't have to. And even tonight, as I mentioned earlier, you're here giving, you're here serving, you're here helping, you're here changing lives. What brings you joy from doing this?
You know, that's just who I am intuitively, right? So, you know, and that's the fold or fight, you know, that's gonna happen, right? So the people who were here just for the money, you can tell it's in their content. Like they're always trying to sell something, or they're pretending to be givers. Like you can't pretend to be givers when you're going broke. You know what I mean? So when that money change hands, you start to see the desperation in their eyes. They start looking different, you know? So, you know, I'm just built different than a lot of these people out here. And, you know, my commitment to my community is real. I remember being contacted by a company last year, and they wanted me to sell these products to my audience that they would have probably purchased. And, you know, but I kept saying, but how does this, you know, help the community? And they were like, we don't care about the community. All we care about is making money. And this is a very well-known real estate guru who a lot of people that look like me follow, you know, and I won't say any names, but that's what they told me. Like, we just want to get to the money. That's all we care about. It, you know, in the same category, you know, of, you know, Grant Cardone, you know what I mean? He talk all this big talk about community, and then when shit hit the fan, he dismissed his staff. You get what I'm saying? To preserve the money. So, you know, it's gonna be a lot of fight or flight going on around here. But the people who truly committed to people gonna stick around, and they're gonna do things for free and be genuine and sincere about it. And it's not an upsell to, you know, another product. It's going to be, you know, exactly what they say it is. Yeah. So, you know.
Well, that's one of the things I do. I admire that about you. I admire that you're very authentic. Like I told you at the very beginning, the way you see her today is the way you're going to see her tomorrow. When we come back, I'm going to ask her if she'll give her final thoughts and her final comments for everyone who showed up. Tell them once again, Neko, how can they connect with you outside of social media? They're going to find you on social media, but how can they connect with you outside of social media?
Yeah, they can just contact my office, 888-204-0011, or send me an email, admin@excel with 2 L's, coaches.com.
Wow. I love it. I love it. We'll be back in less than 2 minutes. I'm going to ask Neko if she will go ahead and close us out. If she give her final thoughts and her final comments. We certainly appreciate her being here. We're going to go over to the one and only. We're going over to Rob Howes. And Rob Howes says, be present where you are. He's in Laurel, Maryland. We'll be back in less than 2 minutes. Take it away, Rob Howes.
Hey guys,
all right.
Me and Daddy are here.
All right, I'm doing a video.
I got a question.
No, it's not a question. This is a video where I'm telling people something. I'm telling them that today is their January 1st. Today is your January 1st Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe, because today is the only day you got. Because tomorrow's not promised and yesterday is gone. So the reason why today being your January 1st is significant, because it keeps you from procrastination. Procrastination is the destroyer of dreams. Yeah, it's the destroyer. It's the killer of dreams. So, take action. Be present where you're present. That's the real gift. Be present where you are present. That is the real gift. Today is your January 1st. Say today.
Today.
Say today is your January 1st.
Today is January 1st.
Say it loud.
Today is January 1st.
That's it. Don't forget it.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome back to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country, where we're on a mission, and that mission is to empower, it is to inspire, and it's to provide you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute the vision you have for the people you are called to serve. And we want to thank the one and only Neko Cheri for being here. One thing we know about Neko, she can always make more money. Every one of you can always make more money. But Neko, nor myself, or any of you can make more time. So she's given us the most precious resource she can, which is her time. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So here's what I like for her to do. Let's give her a digital applause, And how do we give a digital applause? You can look right below the video and just put, thank you, Neko. Put, we appreciate you, Neko. Or just put, great stuff, Neko. And that's just a way of saying that thank you so much for someone that's come here to serve and to give. She has a heart to give and she has a heart to serve. So, Neko, let me say thank you on behalf of the Happy Entrepreneur Tribe. We appreciate you. Looking forward to following you. I love what you're doing. I've been following from afar, and we reached out, and she says, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there right now, and I'll do whatever you ask. And that goes a long way, and we really appreciate that. So, Neko, I'll turn over you to give your final thoughts, your final comments, anything that you want to share with the audience. We got to go out there now, and we got to make it happen. These lights are going to go off, right?
Man. Okay. So, you guys, we're headed into some really, really tough and challenging times. I know that a lot of you are already going through, a lot, and I need you to stay focused, like the horse with the blinders on. I need you to stay very, very focused. Things are going to get a lot harder before they get better. So practice some of the things that I've discussed with you. You're going to have to really be hustling in this time. You may have to go mow a lawn. You may have to wash a car. You may have to create a digital product. You're going to have to think really, for real, think outside the box in order to create a different dynamic for you and your family financially. You're going to have to build with your family, build with your friends, build with your associates. It's going to require a new type of strength to come from within you in order to get past these times, and don't listen to all the stuff y'all hearing out in these internet streets, okay? You have to do what's best for you and your family. Again, planning over panicking, focus on your credit, use group economics. Those three things are going to be key for you to be able to succeed during these rough coronavirus times.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Once again, you've been watching the Happy Entrepreneur Show. Thank you so much for all of you who showed up. We appreciate you. For all of you who shared a comment, we appreciate you. For all of you who paid this message forward to your community on your page and put it into other social media places, we appreciate it because we believe in the giver's economy. The person that outgives the competition out-earns the competition. The person that outgives the competition out-earns the competition. So thank you very much for those folks that are hearing me for the very first time. I know who in the LL Cool J is doing all that talking. My name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, yes.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to my audience. You guys are so bomb. You already know how much I love you, but thank you for showing up and all the kind things that you say about me. I appreciate you guys. Don't be making me get emotional. Y'all know I'm mean.
I haven't seen the mean side yet.
Oh, you just got to watch my live.
Oh. I see you, but you're dropping the truth, and that's what I admire about you most. So thank you so much. Thank you all for joining. Remember, as we close out, remember that that time is long, but life is short. Live in the moment and enjoy it. God bless, and we wish you all success. Thanks a lot, Neko, man. You rock. You're a rock star. Thank all y'all for joining. We're out. I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there. And they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Yeah. Thank you, God bless.